Yo, what up, my YouTube friends? I want to go over my hunter build. Most of you know I'm a hunter main, and I'm pretty much playing hunter all the time when I'm playing Trials of Osiris, and I care about my build. I care about getting the most efficiency out of my guardian that I possibly can. So let's break down what I decided to do, so maybe if you guys are hunters as well, you can learn a little something or replicate what I do. So I care about mobility and recovery the most on hunter. I care about recovery the most on any character. That is always what I want to get at 100 first. But on hunter, because you get dodges back for the higher mobility, I like to also have as high of mobility as I can. So recognizing 10 and 10 for my mobility and my recovery, super important to me. Since the recent update in December where intellect doesn't really seem to matter that much, I go through most of my trials matches without getting my super. So I don't really feel like intellect is that important. If we're gonna have like a 4-4 game or a game that's really sweaty and intense, I'm gonna manage to get my super. I get enough kills and deal enough damage that 4 intellect is just fine. And because I'm usually using tether, which gets its super relatively quickly compared to other supers, I don't find the 4 intellect to be problematic whatsoever. Resilience. A lot of people like to have 6 resilience. It helps you survive things like thorn taps and whatnot, and it's definitely something that a lot of people covet. You have to give something up to have 10 and 10 and 9, which I'll get into discipline in a bit. You have to give something up. So in my situation, I'm giving up resilience. Would I like to have 6 resilience? Absolutely. But 2 is going to do me just fine. It doesn't protect me from much, but it's not like I'm like a super easy to kill guardian. Like, it barely changes how much health you have. I've never really thought resilience was that important. Sure, it might save you if you're 6 resilience every once in a while, and if you're a titan and throwing out titan walls, of course resilience can be good, but that felt like the good thing to give up in this situation. For those who know me, I love my spike grenades, and getting a spike grenade back every 48 seconds is awesome. It pretty much means if it's a really quick game or it's just instantly killing everybody 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, right? Every round you're not going to get your grenade. But if there's any kind of actual delay in the rounds where people kind of hesitate in the spawns and you actually have like some killing back and forth, I get a grenade back basically every round with 9 discipline, and my spike grenades can do work. So I love having 9 discipline. And what's so great about having 10, 10, 9 also, I can swap on over to stasis. All I have to do is change a recovery mod to a discipline mod, which I can't do on that piece, but I can do it somewhere. Boom. And now I'm 10, 10, 10. And having 10 discipline when you're rocking these little dust fuel nades is ridiculous because you get them back every 24 seconds, and you can even get them back faster because if you shoot the little crystal in the middle, you get 5 seconds of extra regen. So you can basically be throwing these things all the freaking time, which is really fun for me to do when I do decide to go and rock a little stasis just for fun sometimes. So if you look down on my gear, let's break down each piece of gear. I have really good rolls on all of my gear, but it's not like I just have this, oh my god, incredible stuff. How the heck does he have this good of a build? I really had to kind of just like min-max what I'm up to. So I really like having sniper targeting. Makes snipers feel better, makes them feel snappier. So I totally feel like sniper targeting is worth it for me. Powerful Friends is a amazing thing to have. It allows you to have plus 20 mobility so long as you have like another arc mod somewhere, something like Radiant Light somewhere else. These things work together and make each other activate, so you don't have to have arc mods anywhere else. These activate each other. Or if you really needed to just throw on like a different little arc mod, I don't think any exists in the helmet, but you can put like a little +1 arc mod there and it would work as well. But anyway, plus 20 mobility is huge. As I said, on hunter you want to dodge as much as you can, especially when you're using worm husk. Worm husk is so helpful for me because I get into fights very often where I'll get a kill but I'm half health and their teammates are gonna think, oh, this dude just was in a fight, he's probably weak, let me go in for the kill. Psych, they don't know that right after I killed the guy, I dodged. I'm basically full health and reloaded, ready to go for the second fight, and it leads me to a lot of double kills in trials where maybe normally you'd kill somebody, then their teammate would just kill you back, get the res, and you're actually down in the round. But for me, get 1 kill, half health, dodge, reloaded, get the second kill, win the round. It's a really, really sneaky perk for me, especially considering 10 mobility, I get to do it all the time. Now, when you go to your gauntlet, I really would like to get reload on this as well, but I could probably find a way to get it, but it works to have Radiant Light here instead. Because I can dodge and reload, the reload gauntlet mod isn't really that important for me. I find Dexterity to be a lot more important, and that way when I land a snipe, body shot somebody, let's say, I can quickly swap to my last word and be ready to finish up the kill. This build that I'm showing you is for a last word and sniper, by the way. If I were to go run chaperone, palindrome, or any other kind of combination I might want to run, it's not that hard for me. I can actually make some dim saves that I'm going to probably do soon. Dim, Destiny Item Manager, really good for saving builds. I recommend if you have some time, which I'm going to maybe do today, putting on a bunch of different kinds of builds and saving them, so that way when you're thinking about changing weapons or changing what you want to be doing, you just click a button and boom, it loads for you. But we're gonna pretend we're doing last word sniper for this one, so that way I don't have to try to explain 55 different builds to you guys. But anyway, reload, dodge, cool. Don't need the reload gauntlet mod here. Dexterity feels a lot better for me. It allows me to pull out my last word super fast. When we go to our chest piece, last word's unique. You don't really need hand cannon unflinching. A lot of the time, hand cannon unflinching feels really necessary, but with last word, you're not aiming down sight, so you don't really need it. So instead, I'm able to throw on the little unflinching perk for the sniper. I don't really know how much it does. It feels like it's just, even with the unflinching perk or without it, sometimes you aim at somebody, they shoot, and you shoot into the sky. Sometimes you aim at somebody and shoot, and you still land the headshot before you get flinched. I don't know if this really does much at all, but hell, I got nothing else to do with that piece, so why not? Or on my boots, I have taking charge, which means that if somebody gets a double kill or something like that and I get an orb, that means I deal more damage for a bit because of high energy fire. We'll get into that in a second. Taking charge, what and high energy fire only work together right now because orbs spawn on double kills with weapons, which might be changing in Witch Queen, so this might not be important anymore in a few weeks, or in a month plus actually, but for now, it's good to have on there. Sniper scav is great, of course, you pick up more sniper ammo. I don't know if it's really that valuable. If you can manage to get it on your build, I recommend it, but realistically, if we're talking trials, it's valuable in 6s because you're going to get a lot more ammo, and sometimes you go on huge sprees in 6s, but in trials, every round resets your ammo. So in trials, is this really valuable? My answer is no. I think maybe once a card I'm going to utilize this, because what has to happen is I have to shoot 2 sniper bullets. I have to then pick up the ammo, reload the ammo, shoot a 3rd sniper bullet, and then somehow still need ammo for this to be necessary. Because even if you don't have scav, you go and pick up green ammo, you get 1 shot. So in order for this to be necessary, I have to shoot both my shots, get ammo from somebody I killed, reload it, shoot a 2nd or a 3rd time, and then still need more ammo. That doesn't happen very often. So 5 energy feels very not worth it to me, but in this situation, I have the ability to do it. I've already got my perfect stat build here, so I don't need to boost anywhere else. I've got my powerful friends and my radiant light in other places. I don't need anything else here. So because I've got the empty slot, why not throw it on? And I've got the build so good that I don't need a plus 10 recovery. A plus 5 does me just fine and gets me to where I need to be. Important for using builds, guys, keep in mind that you can use these plus 5s or plus 10s where you need to. Like here, I wouldn't be able to have a plus 10 mobility, but lucky for me, I found a build where I don't need it. I just need plus 5. Same with the boots and recovery. I'm allowed one of the plus 5s somewhere in the build, and I happen to find it on the boots. When we go to the hunter cloak, I am running the plus 10 recovery here. The high energy fire, which I just was explaining with charged with light, this means that when I get charged, which can happen in multiple ways, picking up an orb will get me charged with light, or if a teammate pops a super near me, powerful friends and radiant light somehow work together to charge people nearby when somebody pops a super, so I can get charged that way too, and then I can deal extra damage while I'm charged with light, which can be very useful in winning trials rounds, especially when you're like at the 4-4 stage and a teammate pops a super next to you and you have bonus damage for the rest of the round. That can be super huge. Utility kickstart is a lovely thing you can have on a stasis cloak. Utility kickstart means when you use your class ability energy, it kind of gives you a little bit of a boost. So when I dodge, I actually get some of my dodge energy immediately refunded. I don't know exactly how much it refunds it, but it's enough to be noticeable. Maybe it makes it so instead of my dodge being once every 12 seconds, it's once every 10. Who knows exactly what it is, but as I explained earlier, being able to dodge often is really important to me, especially with my worm husk. It's a very, very useful thing that catches people off guard, so being able to do it more often is really nice. There you go, friends. That is my hunter build. That's what I'm usually rocking while I'm playing trials. I do swap it up every once in a while, use different weapons, sometimes use different armor, go invis or use dragon shadow or whatever. There are different builds that I have, but if you're looking at GernaderJake playing Destiny, trying to be sweaty,
he's a little worm husk controller crutch using last word what a little bit, you know,
that's me, and I embrace it, and that's what I do. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Come to the Twitch chat if you ever have time. Any questions you might have about this build or about anything else, I live stream all the freaking time, and if you come into the chat and say what up and ask your questions, even if I can't answer them, somebody in chat will. It's a really cool idea to jump into Twitch, make an account, and hang with us. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Later.